Sterling. I just have to say, a homeless man with an 8-inch cock should not live in a house. But if he has an 8-inch cock, I assume he lives in a tent. Thank you. So, gay marriage is legal. Yay. I'm really waiting for marijuana to be legal so I can marry some Bubba Kush. Thank you. So, I haven't been back. I haven't even gotten up and done comedy since April when I turned 50. Had a little trip to Canada. Yeah, 50. 50. It's true, it is true. And I have to tell you, when you're 50 years old, you have some life lessons. And I would like to share some of my life lessons with you guys. First one is, you know, have you ever realized that like with dudes, this is not really a life lesson, sorry. Rust, it's just rust people. You know, have you ever realized that like dicks don't really show age? Not like balls, you know, you can tell balls are old, and like boobs sad, balls sad, right? But dicks look fine. Dicks look totally fine. And you know, it's like vaginas, totally fine, right? Right? Yeah. And it's like, it's almost like balls and boobs are like jowls. They're just at a certain age and they just like drop. Just drop. Yeah, that's why they ask for dick pics and not ball pics. Right? Because if you think about it, the balls are really, that's where the fertility is. That should be the attractive part. Shouldn't it? You would think. You would think. I'm a thinker. I think we can tell that. You realize when you're 50, everything is good and everything is good and it is bad. There's good and bad in everything. And it's really about your attitude. Like this winter, oh my God, you guys, I've gained so much weight this winter. This is my second winter here in Minneapolis. I've gained so much weight. And it's like, oh wow, I'm really fat, but I'm twice as awesome. Right? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Another little bit of wisdom, saving money. Everybody wants to save a little money, and you think generic, right? I'm gonna buy generic products. I'll tell you there's one generic product you should not purchase. Q-tips. Stick with the good, solid, like wooden ones. Cause man, when you're in there and you're digging and there's an itch, those plastic ones, they can break off. And it's really hard to get, you need like a partner to like go in with tweezers and grab out Q-tips. Brand name. Brand name. 50 years, I know this stuff, okay? Another life lesson. If you think you've sharded, if you think you haven't, you know. You know the difference. You really do. It's kind of like love. Yeah, if you think you're in love, you're really not. You know. Love is like sharding. I'm 50, I know these things. I know these things. I'm from a small town. I just spent Father's Day weekend with my family. I'm from a town of 900 people in central Illinois. I'm from like bush country. It's tough sometimes. Like when I spent time with my cousins and my uncle, and they're like, yeah, you live in Minnesota. Yeah, that's a socialist state. Yeah, whatever, dude. Everybody has insurance. Oh, so sad. And then I saw recently on Facebook, because I'm friends with, it's like old people, that you grew up with, and it was so sad. A couple of weeks ago, there was some black girl who was kidnapped and tortured and raped by 2 black guys. And so this old dude from my hometown writes in there, "Oh, I thought, hashtag Black Lives Matter." Yeah, number 1, you're using that wrong. You don't use Black Lives Matter for that situation. That's just fucked up, like serial fucked upness, right? No. Then I thought, you know what? It's okay if you're gonna be an asshole, but don't be an ignorant asshole. Don't be ignorant. Right? Don't be a fucking ignorant bigot. Okay? Be smart. Know how to use Black Lives Don't Matter. Okay? Know how to use things. It's really sad. And that got me thinking, okay, this whole, I don't even know what to call it, but this whole thing about like, oh yeah, black people are lazy. You know what? Then why did people keep going over and kidnapping them and bringing them back over here? If they're so lazy, right? Then why wouldn't you just go down to Mexico? Get the Mexicans, because they quite frankly are the hardest working people ever. I think we all know that. I might have gone too far there. I'll bring it all back. I swear. But the black people, they were slaves. They did all the work. They did everything. I think they can have a couple centuries off. Okay? Yeah, I think so. So I don't know where this whole lazy thing came from. I am going to get a little bit serious now because now that I'm 50, I recently was listening to some podcasts, and I moved here from Los Angeles. And a comedian that I know who's moved to New York, she started to talk about her rape. I'm going to talk about rape. And she started to use it in her comedy. And then she started to talk about it on podcasts. And, a lot of times, how many women are here in the audience? There's you, me, there were 4 of us, I think. I think that Rachel, I think she left, so 4. So statistically, gentlemen, and I'm sure you're all lovely, wonderful gentlemen, I will assume that. Statistically, if there are 4 women in this room, 3 of us have been sexually assaulted. Them's just facts. Those are the facts. So it got me thinking, here I'm hearing this girl that I know, and she's telling this really awful story of a rape, very recently, within, we're gonna say the last 7 years, at a friend's wedding. Yeah, at a friend's wedding, cousins of the bride. And she tells this awful story. And I thought, you know what? Sometimes when you're a female comedian, and there's 4 women, now there's 3 women in here. Oh no, there's 4 of us. Okay, so there was 5 recently, so 4 out of 5 of us. Right, but still, sometimes you're the only woman in a room full of, 10, 15 guys, and sometimes you think, what the fuck? They could turn on you. They really could. And then I hear my friend's story, and this awful, awful story, these 2 guys at a wedding. These guys are at a wedding, right? And this is like a weekend wedding. She had to see them the next day. And I was thinking, why didn't they tell their friends after this weekend? It's like, hey dude, how was that wedding? And they're like, oh yeah man, we fucked this chick. Yeah, she was a whore. And I started thinking, what is this culture of us calling women whores and sluts? So I bet you anything, and I just wonder, they were talking about like, yeah man, we fucked this whore. It was great. So I want to ask a lot of you guys, if you ever hear somebody saying those kinds of things, talking about the whore, the slut, ask them what they really did, ask them what they really mean. Because it's got to stop, you know? It's got to stop. It was so nice to have somebody up here, some female up here talking, I think it was Rachel, you know, about blood on her hands. We're ladies, we're half of the population. Don't be afraid of us. Don't be afraid of us anymore. You know, help us out. Help us out. We can help you out too. You know, we're here together. That's all I got. Thank you so much. I'm Christy McKay. Woo!